HBO Sports presentation.
June 9th, MGM Grand, HBO pay-per-view. One of the most sensational fighters of this or any era, the great Manny Pacquiao, puts it all on the line for the first time in a while against a young, undefeated, in his prime, hungry challenger, Timothy Bradley. Before they square off in the squared circle, they face off right now. Manny Pacquiao with his trainer Freddie Roach, and Timothy Bradley with his trainer Joel Diaz. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tim, you have fought not in anonymity, but not as a superstar fighter, going to other guys' backyards and winning tough fights for not a lot of money to get to this point. What does it mean for you that Manny is giving you this shot?
It's an honor. It is an honor, that Manny's giving me this shot. I was surprised when they took the fight, honestly. I just want to fight. Whether it was Manny Pacquiao or not, I just wanted to fight.
Manny, it's been a long time since you fought a really good fighter in the guy's prime.
That's right.
What made you choose Tim Bradley?
No, Tim Bradley is it's kind of fighter that you cannot underestimate, He loved to fight toe-to-toe, and that's what the fans want is, give a good fight.
So he's a real warrior, and you respect that?
Yes, I respect that, and I believe that we can give a good fight, and we can create a lot of action in the ring.
Speaking of real warriors, it doesn't really get more real as a warrior than Pacquiao.
Right.
What does it say about him that he'll take you at this point in his career?
Well, he believes in himself. He believes in his abilities. He is #1 pound for pound in the game. He didn't get there just by fighting anybody. He fought the best out there, and...
He better than Floyd Mayweather?
I don't know. We have to see. We'll have to see if that fight ever happens.
Well, you're trying to make sure it doesn't happen.
Absolutely. I'm trying to put a fork right in it.
Maybe making you a big villain in the boxing game.
Absolutely.
Freddie, I know you have to play part matchmaker for Manny. Why take a guy who's never lost, who's incredibly determined, with good all-around skills in that guy's prime? Why take Tim Bradley now at this stage of Manny's career?
Well, he wasn't my first choice.
His first choice, Floyd.
Of course.
And your next, but you took a guy who could upset those plans. There were easier fights to take while you're waiting to make a Mayweather fight.
Well, what are our options? We're running out of opponents. Mayweather doesn't come to the table. At least this undefeated fighter will risk his...
Do you have your confidence shaken at all? Or at least do you think there's something a little bit different here?
He doesn't intimidate me at all because I don't have to fight him. But the thing is, I know the ability of my fighter, though. And I have confidence in my fighter, and I'm very cocky about my fighter because his work ethic is the best. The thing is, I think Manny Pacquiao wins a lot of fights because he's better prepared than others.
And how do you feel about Tim's?
I don't think there's anybody that trains as hard as this guy.
Manny will train harder than him, and that's why we'll win.
I don't think so.
What's funny about that to you?
They don't know, man. They really don't know.
What don't they know about you? When you say they don't know, what don't they know?
Just they don't know where I come from. They don't know my background. I train extremely hard, and that's the reason why I'm one of the best
Well,
fighters in the
for me, if I have opponent, I don't want them to disappoint. That's his job, train hard, and our job is to train hard also.
Tim, after the Abreu fight, I interviewed you in the ring, and at the end you started calling guys out, but the #1 name was Manny Pacquiao. You said, come break down this wall.
Right.
And standing there all ripped up after a fight, you do look like a wall.
Right.
What did you mean by that?
I feel that I can take him. I feel that I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I feel deep inside, man, I can beat this guy.
But why are you a wall? What do you mean break down this wall?
No, 28 guys have tried, and 28 has failed. Manny Pacquiao, great fighter, man, but he can't break me, man.
So they run into you, they run into a wall.
He cannot break me down, man.
How do you break down the wall, Freddie?
to break that wall down is not going to be easy, of course, because it's a very strong wall. It's young, but we will break it down and we will get him out of there in the late rounds.
Part of what brought Tim Bradley to this point is not just how fast he is or how hard he hits, because, Tim, I've seen faster and harder hitting fighters. Not even how skillful he is. He's not, you know, Pernell Whitaker or Floyd Mayweather or someone like that, but it's that level of determination that's different from ordinary fighters, even from good fighters. And when he says, come break down this wall, part of that's physical. You look at the way he's put together and everything, but really that will to win and that refusal to give up on himself. Do you mean you can break his will, or do you just have to break him down physically? But it seems to me if you're saying Manny can break his will, you're saying anyone can be broken.
Anyone can be broken. Yes.
Can you be broken?
Nope.
We'll see.
Nope.
We'll see.
We definitely gonna see. Nope.
Where does that come from? Where does that come from, do you think, Joel, and him, that iron will?
Where? From his heart. He has a big heart. He doesn't stop. He just kicks in that extra boost after the sixth round, and he gets stronger in the later rounds.
See,
if you want to take him out, you got to take him out when he's not even warmed up yet, and that's in the early rounds.
Does that mean that early on you got to take it easy because you don't want to get caught cold?
We always do that.
Tim, I can always tell when it gets to a boiling point with you, because up here it starts to move because you're grinding your teeth. And you seem to do that every time someone talks about your determination or how hard you're working, like you stake your whole existence on that. What does that mean to you?
Man, I feel like going to work right now. I just get bulled up, man. You know, this is the biggest moment of my career. I have to win this fight. I'm not gonna take no for an answer, man. So, you know, constantly thinking about what I gotta do when I get back home.
We've seen you box carefully. We've seen you brawl.
Right.
We've seen you use your head. We've seen you do a lot of things in there. What style are you bringing for this fight?
Well, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I'm gonna need it. Because Manny is a warrior. He's a warrior. He's a champion, a great champion. He's the #1 pound-for-pound guy in the game, and, you know, he's gonna fight, man, and he's gonna fight to the end.
You worried about the head at all, Freddie?
Sure. I don't think he's a dirty fighter or anything like that. It's just his style. He comes in head first, and they bang heads a lot, and then when you fight in the southpaw, it's even more apt to happen. But we'll definitely be ready for that, and as he comes forward with his head, I want Manny to meet it with punches.
Joel, I see a danger in that. Orthodox fighter against a southpaw. A guy who you said you're going to start carefully because the only way you think he's going to get stopped is if he gets caught cold. If Manny's up a couple rounds, couple points, and it's early in the fight, and there's an accidental clash of heads, and Manny gets cut and they stop the fight, you can lose on a technical decision. Do you have you thought about that?
I've thought about everything. I thought about everything since the day they told us the fight was on. We just have to put up a good strategy. And I know that's why in the early rounds, we have to be very careful.
You have any thoughts about that at this point, Freddie?
Yeah, you know, I've seen Timothy fight many times and on TV and live, and, you know, I know what he's about, and I know his style. You know, will he adapt for Manny Pacquiao? Will he change some things? I'm sure they will. You know, same as I'm going to watch tapes and come up with a strategy, and we're going to change a little bit also, you know. And the thing is, when it comes down to it, when they start hitting each other and blows start landing, he's going to revert back to what he is, and he's going to revert back to what he is. Explosive fighters, and he's just going to go toe-to-toe. That's why I like this fight so much. It's not an easy fight, but it's entertainment-wise, this is one of the best fights we're going to ever have. So we'll see how good his chin really is.
What do you see standing right here when you look at Manny Pacquiao?
Handsome.
I like Manny. I honestly do. I like Manny a lot. He's very humble, very respectful person. You know, in and outside of the ring, I think he's a great role model. So I mean, that's what I see when I'm looking at
He's also
Manny.
about to make you a very rich man.
Well, of course, but you know, that's not the key thing in this, man. The key thing is being #1 in my book. Beating Manny Pacquiao would just be the beginning of my career.
Manny, what do you see when you look at Tim Bradley?
Handsome.
Freddie, I imagine if I'm you, when you look at this guy, you're thinking, this isn't like everyone else we fought. There's something a little, maybe this fight was not the greatest idea in the world. What are you thinking when you look at Tim Bradley right now?
He's another opponent for us to get ready for, and he's undefeated. I think he's got 3 world titles under his belt. He's a quality opponent. He comes to fight. He gives the fans what they want. And him and Manny Pacquiao together is going to be just explosive, I feel. And I think it's a time where Manny to really look impressive, especially after the last fight with Marquez.
Prediction on the fight, Joel.
Freddie said the other day that all fights should end up in a knockout. If we can, we're gonna make his wish come true. But, you know, if we catch him, we'll end it up in a knockout, we'll put him away. But at the end of the day, we just have to do a little more than Marquez did that night to come out victorious.
Freddie, prediction on the fight.
I think it's a great fight. It's going to be action-packed, and I don't see it going the distance.
Tim, we've seen fighters enter the ring with Pacquiao with a plan. And after 4 or 5 rounds of that speed and that power and that skill, they really stop trying to win. What's it gonna be like in the 4th, 5th round, even early, as Joel said, you can get caught cold, and he hits you with something, and anyone gets hit right, their legs can buckle and the whole thing. How do you respond to that moment?
Bite down on my mouthpiece, grab a hold of my balls. Hey, let's go to work. Bring it on. I just want to feel, I want to feel what it feels like to be in a fight with the best pound-for-pound fighter in the game. You know, I want to feel his punching power. I want to feel his speed. I want to feel with every opponent that he's ever faced. I want to feel that pain.
And you want to feel the pain?
I want to feel the pain.
Why?
This is, hey man, this is what I worked for my whole life.
What if you find that that punching power is real and that speed is phenomenal? What about that?
Bring it on. I'm up for the challenge. Bring it on.
So at some point, you guys are going to be toe-to-toe in this fight.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to be.
Why?
You know? Because, man, in order to beat the champion, man, you got to take chances in the ring, man. You got to take chances, all right? And like I said, I'm here to win. I'm not here to just lay down for a paycheck. I'm here to win, period. So if I got to fight toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao, then so be it.
Do you think you're going to knock him out?
Don't know.
Do you expect to get a decision against one of the 2 most marketable fighters in the world?
I got to hurt him, man. I got to hurt him. Some way, somehow. I got to hurt him.
Tim, anything you want to tell Manny while we're sitting here? Any parting thoughts?
Not really, man.
Manny, anything you want to tell Tim?
Just fight, give the fans what they want, and, you know, I pray for you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
June 9th. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.